Right then, let's talk about a geographical and historical absurdity, a place that should have been ironed flat by history. I am, of course, referring to the most serene Republic of San Marino, perched atop a mountain in the middle of Italy, dramatic towers and mountain vistas. It seems to have survived by being overlooked, like that one Brussels sprout left on the plate after Christmas dinner. How did this tiny nation, smaller than most international airports, survive the Roman Empire? The marauding Goths, the conniving Borgias, 2 world wars, the baffling advent of reality television, it's a geopolitical magic trick. Imagine accidentally invading it while looking for a parking space. The national football team's greatest victory, scoring a goal. San Marino punches above its weight, more like a polite, firm refusal to be absorbed. It watched empires rise and crumble from its eagle's nest, maintained independence with stubborn, heroic resolve. To understand San Marino, you must first understand its stage, Monte Titano. This isn't just a mountain, it's a limestone monolith thrusting 739 meters into the sky. A natural fortress that practically begs to be defended, often swathed in dramatic, ethereal fog rolling in from the Adriatic Sea. Not the London pea super. Every nation needs a good origin story, and San Marino's is one for the ages, starring a chap named Marinus. The story goes that in 301 AD, Marinus, a Christian stonemason from an island in modern-day Croatia, was fleeing anti-Christian purges under Emperor Diocletian. He wasn't building a nation just a safe space, startlingly modern. The original digital nomad on a mountain with a view. The church later sainted him as Saint Marinus. Take Napoleon Bonaparte, for instance. When the little corporal was rampaging through Italy in 1797, he was utterly charmed by this plucky little republic. He offered them not only his friendship, but also more territory. In a move of staggering political genius, San Marino politely declined. It was like winning the lottery and only cashing in a fiver. Then came Giuseppe Garibaldi, the fiery architect of Italian unification. The Republic took him in, saved his life, and helped him escape. The 20th century, with its 2 rather large global kerfuffles, presented an even greater challenge. During World War II, it welcomed over 100,000 refugees, 10 times its own population. In a world of lions and wolves, San Marino has survived by being the clever, unassuming tortoise that just keeps plodding along, minding its own business. One of the most spectacular examples is their national festival, which features the Crossbowman's Corps. In an age of drone warfare, San Marino's elite unit still practices the medieval crossbow. The whole thing is baffling and brilliant. It's like a Renaissance fair formed a government. The heads of state are the captain's regent. Then there are the stamps and the coins. For much of the 20th century, San Marino propped up its economy selling ornate stamps and commemorative coins. You can tap a credit card to buy a souvenir sword in a shop, housed in a building governed by rules older than the United States. This charming, slightly bonkers collision of timelines makes San Marino a phenomenon. If you think about it, San Marino is the world's most successful startup. Its founder had a clear mission statement: liberty and freedom from persecution. Silicon Valley, eat your heart out. Being small has been its greatest asset. It's the art of strategic insignificance. It reminds me of the shrew, a tiny mammal that survives among giants by being quick, clever, and largely beneath notice. Another key factor is its political stability, rooted in that bizarre, brilliant system of having 2 heads of state serving for just 6 months. They are the perfect neighbor, quiet, polite, and always willing to lend a cup of sugar. This combination of humility, shrewd diplomacy, and an unshakable belief in their own identity is the secret sauce of their survival. You don't have to be the biggest or the loudest to be the last one standing. So what are we to make of this glorious historical anomaly? San Marino stands as a living, breathing museum, not of dusty relics behind glass, but of a living idea. The idea that a community founded on liberty can, against all odds, endure. The world is full of grand monuments to conquerors and kings. San Marino is something far rarer, a monument to steadfastness. It celebrates not the conqueror but the refugee. Its heroes are not generals, but diplomats and citizens who had the wisdom to say no to territorial expansion, and yes to sheltering those in need. In our own turbulent times, there's something profoundly resonant in this tale. It's a reminder that the quiet flame of liberty, if carefully tended, can outlast the most fearsome of infernos. So the next time you find yourself poring over a map of Europe, let your finger drift to that tiny dot inside Italy, and consider this your formal invitation. Go and witness the crossbowmen and raise a glass in the world's oldest and most serene republic. Go and learn how a humble stonemason sanctuary on a hill became one of the most epic and unlikely success stories in the history of the world. Trust me, it's a story worth the climb. Story worth